It's 4:45 p.m. on a Friday. Your boss needs raw data transformed into a pristine, readable report, and human eyes crave structure. To make sense of a chaotic spreadsheet, our first instinct is usually to grab a row of empty cells at the top and build a massive, visually pleasing title. You drag your cursor across the top rows, click the Merge and Center button, and instantly get a single wide block of text dominating the screen. Excel tries to warn you with a tiny pop-up, stating that merging cells only keeps the upper left value and discards the rest. But most of us just click OK without a second thought. Beneath that polished user interface, merging physically dissolves the data housed in any secondary cells, wiping it completely from your file. Prioritizing a human-readable layout over mathematical structure compromises the architecture of the spreadsheet, laying a trap that will break almost any future analysis you try to perform. Let's look at a practical example. Say you have a list of employees with distinct first name and last name columns, and you attempt to combine them using the merge tool for a cleaner presentation. Applying that merge forcefully overwrites the last name entirely, leaving you with only the first name and deleting the rest. The presence of that single merged cell also ruins basic navigation. If you try to select a single vertical column that intersects with that merge, Excel gets confused and selects adjacent columns alongside it. Then there's the sort command. Sorting relies on sliding rows independently. When a cell spans multiple columns, it acts like a physical roadblock, jamming the entire mechanism and throwing a system error. Your standard filtering dropdowns fail right alongside it. Filters depend strictly on a contiguous, unbroken vertical column to accurately hide and display data. A single formatting choice instantly disables the exact foundational tools you need to organize everyday information. This problem scales up terribly when you try to move data into advanced orchestration tools like Power Query. Power Query is an analytical engine built into Excel that extracts, cleans, and transforms massive datasets automatically. To operate effectively, Power Query demands strict formatting, known as a clean, contiguous dataset, a layout that is unbroken with absolutely no merged cells. Normally, raw data travels perfectly from a standard spreadsheet straight into the Power Query engine, ready to be processed. But when that flow collides with a merged cell, the machine gets confused. It is blind to your human formatting choices and interprets the merged space as empty, null values, or a structural anomaly. The engine immediately halts. It loses the ability to append separate tables together or unpivot columns into a tabular format, breaking the automated pipeline. Merged cells isolate your spreadsheet from the most powerful data models available, acting as a fatal roadblock in any automated workflow. We can achieve that clean visual presentation without destroying the data. Let's look back at our first name and last name dataset to see the non-destructive way to combine information. Look at the formula bar showing the concatenate function. It dynamically joins text into a new column, leaving your original raw data intact. Adding the char10 command inserts a line break, replicating the exact stacked visual layout you wanted. By relying on mathematical formulas, analysts can satisfy the human need for a polished visual presentation while keeping the underlying data grid completely safe. If you don't want to write formulas, you can use FlashFill. FlashFill is an automated tool that infers patterns from the data you type and automatically completes the rest of the column for you. For that initial problem of creating wide-spanning report headers, the correct approach is a formatting tool called Center Across Selection. Instead of fusing cells together, this tool visually floats your text across multiple columns. The underlying grid cells remain entirely separate and structurally sound. This highlights the difference between two methodologies: the destructive nature of traditional merging versus the pristine mathematical grid of non-destructive formatting. To build resilient automated reporting systems, you must permanently divorce how your data looks from how that data is computationally structured.